So it's Halloween time,
Yes.
and we're going to be drafting spooky sounds for
What?
this week's episode.
Okay.
With the first pick, I'll take the door creaking noise.
I'll take the bats fluttering. You know, like in the Scooby-Doo intro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
a good
take
one.
bats.
That's a good pick. I will take. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. It's gonna go with the scream in that one video I did where it shows your face and then it does the high
Oh,
pitched.
yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Just a classic high pitched scream.
Yeah.
What do we really have on the docket for Halloween this week?
So something that fits the festive season.
The bill.
Yeah. We'll be ranking our top 10 favorite Halloween songs.
That was a struggle.
I'm not used to
being the introducer of things. Yeah, so let's rank these Halloween songs.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to tell you the story first.
Okay.
So we had the conversation that the hydrogen peroxide in your nose helps your sinuses.
Yeah.
But it burns.
When you have a sinus infection.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went down to Vegas. What was it, last week now?
Yeah.
For whatever. And I'm driving, right?
Yeah.
And I have to let one out, right? As one does.
You got to do it.
So I do. And
GNL.
It felt like a little more came out than just
gambled and you may have lost.
So I immediately clench, as one does, to try to, save myself.
Yeah.
And I'm freaking out because I still have like an hour or so left.
And there's not a whole lot in between those two stops.
There was nothing. It was just desert.
Yeah.
And so as a reasonable man, I look in the car to see if there's any napkins or anything because I have to check.
Oh.
So I find a disinfectant wipe.
No, don't do it.
Clorox wipe. And I was like, this will have to do. And, I pull over on the side. I open the door so nobody sees me. Wipe. I'm in the clear. But it was the most painful.
It was the worst
next
experience.
20 minutes of my life.
That happened to a friend of mine. We at our apartment we had run out of toilet paper.
Oh no.
While he was in the bathroom. He's like, we're out of toilet paper. Do we have any out wherever? And I was like, no. Do you want me to bring you in these like we have like extra paper towels? Like, do you want me to bring you in a roll of these? And he's like, oh no, I found these Clorox wipes. I'll be fine. And literally like 2 minutes later, I just hear, oh,
that's how it felt.
I was like, what the? Yeah, that was not your best idea, but you had to know.
I had to.
You had to know.
And we were in the clear. So
yeah. Okay.
That's my story.
That's the scary story to start the episode off.
It's terrifying.
But yeah, let's count down, rank the best Halloween songs ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Do you want to do your list first, or do you want me to go first?
We can do mine first.
Yeah, let's hear your 10 songs.
So this was off of because I don't know very many Halloween songs.
Because there's not many good ones.
Right. Or in general,
there's not that many. Yeah.
So I went to Apple Music because that's what I use. Hate me if you want. And they have a Halloween playlist, but as we discussed, it's not very Halloween at all.
It's just a lot of party songs.
Yeah. And then like Ghost
every once in a while.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Paint the Town Red.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. But
yeah,
I decided to use that playlist anyway. And so this is what we got.
Okay.
Should I go from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
10 to 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at number 10, we have Graveyard by Halsey.
It's a good one.
I haven't even listened to that song in probably I don't know how long, but
it's a good song. I don't know how Halloween-y it is, but it's pretty good.
It has a Halloween title at least.
Yeah.
At number 9 by Outkast, we have Dracula's Wedding. Some
Good
would
pick.
say it's a classic.
Yeah.
Others wouldn't know what it is.
Right.
At number 8, Disturbia, Rihanna.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick.
I don't know of a Halloween party that doesn't have that song
That's
in the
fair.
mix.
That's fair.
So I felt like it deserved
Yeah.
something. At number 7, we have This Is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
That's actually a good song. I actually do enjoy that song.
Okay.
It gets a little annoying if you listen to it a little much.
Sure. It's a classic.
Right. It's not bad.
Yeah.
At number 6, we have The Monster by Eminem.
Okay.
That's
Good pick.
Yeah. And then I
feel like that one's at every Halloween party.
Right.
More or less.
I feel like it has to be.
Yeah.
Not really, but like
it's just kind of there.
Yeah. We as a society have deemed it being okay.
Right.
For Halloween.
Yeah.
So
it's been accepted by the people.
At number 5, we have Halloween's theme song.
Okay.
Because you can't have Halloween without the theme song.
A little piano spookiness.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing crazy. At number 4, this one actually wasn't on the list, but I was like, you know what? If they can throw anything on there, so can I. I'm doing Smooth Criminal, Michael Jackson. It's not. Yeah, no, I just wanted to throw it on there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At number 3, Nightmare on My Street by Will Smith.
Classic.
Yeah, growing up, it's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I forgot that was even a song, honestly.
It's a good, like, I don't want to say comedic, but like it has a little bit of that comedic tone to like, give a little bit of Fresh Prince flair to kind of the Halloween vibe.
And I mean, like, even just like on a story basis, if you want to call it that, like he paints a really good picture for what it is.
Sure.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Solid song.
Not half bad.
At number 2, I'm doing the Spooky Scary Skeletons Undead Tombstone remix. I listened to that 3 times at work the other day.
Really?
In a row.
Wow.
It was a blast.
I don't know if I've ever heard the remix. I really don't like that song at all, though.
Yeah,
it didn't even make my list.
I try to listen to the original, and it's so slow.
Yeah.
And like boring. No, the
remix isn't half bad.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Okay. So number 1.
At number 1.
It's got to be number 1.
It's Thriller.
Yeah, it has to be. It's the only one that's like a Halloween song and a really good song.
Right. And for those who, 1, listen, and 2, get upset at me for not putting Monster Mash on the list, respectfully, kick rocks. It's a terrible song. That's my piece.
I mean, that's how you feel. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
I can't stand that song. It actually makes my blood boil.
Is it because you find the song itself annoying, or has it become annoying over time?
I think as a child, I was probably okay with it.
Sure. And
then from my teen years to current day, all of it just sucks.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I just hate it.
Yeah, for me, it's like it's reminiscent of like in concept, it's similar to like how Christmas songs are. Like, I don't know if there's really any good Christmas song, like at least pop mainstream. Like nobody's really coming out here like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Jingle Bells are really like bangers, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of like, oh, it's the song, it's the tradition. That's how I kind of feel about Monster Mash. Like, it's just it's kind of got the vibe of Halloween. It's a staple, and so on that basis, I respect it. But
I would put it in an honorable mention. But I do just really dislike it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with the comparison.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I'll jump into mine here now. I feel like you had some respectable picks. My top 10 is I think it has a few of the same, but I'll start off with a couple of honorable mentions that were songs. A couple of them were songs I saw on the playlist, like the Apple Music Party playlist for Halloween.
Yeah.
That weren't really Halloween songs at all, but they just kind of have a Halloweenish title or whatever. And then a couple that just reminded me of a couple of other songs that were similar vibes that I was like, Halloween title, but not really a song that I would say is Halloween like in its sound or story or whatever. But the 3 that I wanted to mention were Witchcraft by Frank Sinatra, a song I really enjoy, but not really at all about Halloween. Skeletons by Travis Scott and Tame Impala, also not really a Halloween song at all. And Angels and Demons by Jaden Hossler.
Good choice.
All kind of Halloween themed titles, one might say, without any real substance that makes it a Halloween song.
Yeah, like if you were to throw that on a playlist and show it to somebody saying, "Hey, what do you think about the Halloween playlist?" They wouldn't question it.
Yeah. Unless you're like really diving into songs, it kind of fits the vibe title wise. But there is some liberty on my list as well, just because there's not a lot of great Halloween songs. Number 10 is one that you picked as well. I'm not as high on it as you are, but it's Nightmare on My Street by Will Smith. I think it's just kind of, like I said, a fun song, a little bit of a fun Halloween story. I just don't really know how often I would play it at like a Halloween party, or even like if I'm just wanting a Halloween vibe. I don't know if I'd really come to that one. Yeah. But as a staple, I think it's pretty fun. It's a classic. So I enjoy that one. I also have next at 9th, This Is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. Again, kind of a classic and a staple, and that's kind of why I put it on here. It's not really a song I enjoy all that much, but just like in the top songs of Halloween, it's got to be in there for me. At 8, I also have The Monster by Eminem and Rihanna.
Look at that.
You know, it's got to be on the party playlist, like we said. 7th, the Ghostbusters theme.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think this song gets kind of really annoying. Yeah, because it's really overplayed. But it's actually an instrumental that I quite thoroughly enjoy. Like, I really enjoy the horn section on it. Yeah, I think I'll say like the first time you hear it in the Halloween season, I'm like, oh, this is the one. And then by like the third time, I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit over this one. Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoy it. Like, second week of October, you hear this one come on for the first time and you're like, oh man, I forgot how good this is. Yeah. So that's Ghostbusters for me. 6th is the Halloween theme from the movie Halloween itself, Michael Myers. Great song. I think score wise, there's only a select handful of like film scores that I feel like stand out to me as just great, memorable tracks, and that's one of them. Yeah. Regardless of like the season of the movie or the style of the movie, just as a score, I think it's a great standout track. 5th, took a little liberty with this one. Candy by Machine Gun Kelly and Trippie Redd. Yeah. You know, I get that candy. Yeah. I need more, like Mandy. Yeah.
Who's Mandy?
Mandy Moore. It's she's an actress.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's he's not a total idiot.
Okay. Because I sing that with my heart out.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah. That's okay. Again, not really Halloween themed, but just close enough that I felt like it could get by. Like,
honestly, that's fair.
That's the whole point of the holiday, at least in its commercial sense these days. So I felt like the staple of having candy had to be
as long as you have a slight reason for something, you're in. Yeah, you're good.
Especially with Halloween songs, because there's not really very many that are.
I mean, even for costumes, like as long as you're a sliver.
You're on the right thought process, then you're in.
Yeah. Like I saw somebody wearing a I Heart BTS and said that they were part of the army. Yeah. And everyone was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it counts.
Yeah, I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah. That makes me think. I've got to get a good costume going. We should have done this in costume. Wait. He's doing something. Oh gosh.
I don't know how well you're gonna hear me.
It's probably gonna have a weird echo.
I think you're good.
I think you're good. That's really freaky. Where'd you get that?
Work.
They just gave it to you?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm confused.
It's not hard to get.
All right. Well, Jaden's wearing a very spooky mask and it's intimidating right now. I don't want to continue with my list now, but I will for the people. I'll go to my number 4 song. Again, a little bit of a cheap song, but or like not cheap, but like a, not quite a total Halloween song.
Yeah.
It's Monster by Kanye West and the whole posse. And I felt like I could throw it in because Jay-Z starts his verse off by saying like goblins, ghouls, all, and like names a bunch of monsters at the beginning of his verse. And I was like, it counts.
Honestly,
he's talking about Halloween people.
It's humid in there.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. I don't think that helps my sinus thing.
Yeah, probably not.
I was at least in the spirit. I tried.
In the spooky season spirit.
I tried my hardest.
So yeah, Monster
choice.
by Kanye, classic. Number 3, I put this one in, Monster Mash.
And very high too.
Yeah, very, very high. I think this is one that, again, I don't know if I'd ever just listen to it on my own, but if I pull up to the Halloween party and Monster Mash is playing, I'll vibe. I'll dance to it. You know what I mean? I haven't been to a Halloween party since I was like 16, but hypothetically, I would do it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're, because I mean, I went to a Halloween party a little bit more recent. I think I was like 18, 19, something like that. And I feel like if you're at that age.
Was that when you dressed up as Jared Leto's Joker?
No.
We're gonna put that
we're not
on the clip right here.
No, we're not. I refuse. I'm deleting that post. Or at least archiving it. But I feel like when you're in later years, those nostalgic songs become funny. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like ironic to listen to and like jam out to.
Yeah.
So like in that aspect, I'm 100% down to like vibe to it.
Right.
But if it's just like I'm out and I hear it somewhere, or it's like playing on the radio and I'm driving,
it's not probably getting the skip.
Yeah, I'm turning off the radio.
Yeah.
Who even uses radio anymore?
Nobody.
Yeah.
But TikTok is kind of like the radio.
That is true.
Like you just hear songs you don't want to hear.
Right.
So
yeah. But yeah, so that's how I feel about
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It has to be the setting.
Right. Number 2, it's probably my favorite. I don't even consider it a guilty pleasure song just because I like it so much. Wow. It's Disturbia by Rihanna.
Honestly.
Like
it's so good.
It's well within like the range of some list of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh wow.
Really? Yeah. True story.
It's a solid song all the way around.
And then number 1, it has to be Thriller.
Yeah.
It just I think that's the only right answer in Halloween lists for music.
Yeah, I feel like you're not allowed to remove it from number 1.
Yeah, like when we were kind of going through this idea of making a list, I was like, there's like only one song that like is really the peak of good Halloween music, and it's Thriller.
Yeah. Like we still have people that know the entire dance to it. Yeah. That I'm not one of those people, but
I didn't go to this, but I think yesterday was the
Scream.
Scream, which is SUU's college Halloween party.
Yeah.
And the theme was Thriller.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was like 80s Thriller theme. Yeah. Cool. And so it's still just having its stay in mainstream Halloween music.
You can't have Halloween without Michael Jackson's Thriller.
No,
you just can't.
You can't.
Yeah. That music video gave me nightmares.
Gave you the willies?
Oh, absolutely. Because in elementary school, my PE teacher made us watch it, forced us to watch it. We weren't allowed to leave. I asked too. I was like, "This is scaring me. Can I leave?" And she said, "No." Yeah, it gave me nightmares.
Classic.
Yeah.
Well, that's I think the moral of this is that there's not that many good Halloween songs.
No. So as long as you could get a good party list going,
right?
That at least maybe fits the season.
I think Halloween needs to step its game up. Halloween, and I mean, truthfully, Christmas is really the only holiday that really has like it's got stuff together.
Like literally everything.
Yeah, Christmas has its stuff together, and that's kind of why I think it's everybody's favorite holiday.
It's not mine.
Well, to each their own, I suppose.
Correct.
But yeah, I think Halloween and Thanksgiving.
I think Thanksgiving really needs to step it up.
Yeah, because Thanksgiving should be a goated holiday.
Oh yeah.
And for most people, it's like, well, not most, a lot of people, it is like one of their favorite holidays.
Yeah.
You know, family and food and football and all good things that you can want in life. But there's no like Thanksgiving spirit, really. You know what I mean? It needs to, let's say this, it needs to be commercialized.
No, it already was.
Yeah, it needs to be re-commercialized, but better.
This is what I think happened.
Because I mean, what do you have? You have Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, and that's it.
Hey, that's solid. Like, it's solid. Though.
I know, but like, there's no other movies really. There's no like at least real good ones.
Yeah.
There's no like, you got Corday's song Thanksgiving. That's the only Thanksgiving song I know.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
See, I think what happened is Black Friday came to be.
Yeah.
I think that doesn't really help because
everyone's just worried about
time
getting to midnight and go shopping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you add Cyber Mondays in there.
Yeah.
And then who even cares about Thanksgiving? It's just another meal with your family. And
I suppose Thanksgiving gets a little controversial, one might say, the more you look into its meaning.
Oh, yeah, especially recent years.
Yeah. That's why I say it just really needs to be commercialized, because like Christmas and Halloween, like the actual origins of those holidays aren't really all that good.
Yeah, I just found out the Halloween one, or at least for like jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah,
I found out the origin behind that. Really cool story, but like,
yeah, it's not all real.
Everyone else is just
it's not all that. Like, I'll just say the origins aren't all that wholesome.
Yeah,
but then you like, you take Christmas and you make it like a Christian holiday and kind of change the message behind it a little bit, and then it gets commercialized with Santa and all those kinds of things, and it becomes fun. And so I think Thanksgiving needs to step up its game in that department. Is really what it should be.
I agree.
Halloween should a little bit too, just in the music front. I think otherwise it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to get better candies though. Yeah. Because why are people still handing out fruits? Why is that still a thing? Do they not get the memo? Or like candy corn? Why is candy corn still around?
Yeah, that's a weird one. I feel like that's kind of like the monster mash of candy. Like, I don't think anybody really likes it, but it's just like classic. So everybody feels obligated to have it.
We need to stop. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm not for it. I don't like it.
Because I was a little confused because I like the candy game that we've got going on. Pull up with a Reese's and a Snickers and a Twix bar. I feel like I'm good to go.
Just feel like there's some that really miss, because it's like, I don't know. Like, I could do without Heath bars. I could do without the candy corn. I can do without fruits. Sure. I could do without the
that one dentist that gives out
Dots.
Toothbrushes.
That too.
Dude, I love Dots.
They hurt. I can't do it. They're too like either stale or way too chewy.
Yeah, when they're stale, they're kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't mind that when they're super chewy, but
and I mean, this one's me. I don't do dark chocolate. I don't like it. So like those dark chocolate Milky Ways that I always see, the little fun size.
I can do dark chocolate when it's something like that. Like when it's got some other flavor in it. I don't mind it that much, but yeah.
But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I mean, I'm always up for improving the sugar game in the world.
Yeah.
So, but let's move on from our music department, and let's talk about the best movies to watch during Halloween time. We had quite the debate about this.
We did,
because you said there's like no good Halloween movies, and I said I can name way more Halloween movies than songs.
Well, so like, to be fair, when I think of Halloween movies, I'm not thinking horror. I don't know why, but I know that those two can intertwine with each other.
They're kind of hand in hand a lot of times.
And so when I think Halloween movies, I'm thinking like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I found some. I ended up getting, I feel like a decent list.
Yeah.
Especially because I started to incorporate horror movies.
Sure.
But yeah, when I first thought about it, I was like, dude, I have nothing.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. I mean, I definitely included a couple of horror movies. There's certain horror movies that I feel like are more Halloween like.
Yeah.
Than others. And there's one pick of mine that's definitely not like a super Halloween-y movie, but I still think it's it's a really good movie for a scary movie. So
Interesting.
we'll get there in a minute.
Bet.
Yeah. So what do you got?
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. At number 5, I have Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
It's just a classic.
Yeah.
A
lot of people's
honestly,
favorite.
It's really good too. Like I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but I also felt like I'd be disrespecting it if it wasn't at least a 5.
Sure.
And I was cool putting it at 5. So at number 4, this one can be interchangeable with 3, but I have Insidious.
Okay.
Not super Halloween, but
But like we said, it kind of goes right hand in hand.
right.
There's a reason when you turn on any TV during Halloween time,
It's horror movies.
The promoted movies are all scary movies.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, the reason, besides it being, in my opinion, a really good movie, it was the first horror movie I watched.
Yeah.
So
got a lot of nostalgia for you.
It'll probably stay in the list for me.
For sure.
And the one that it could be interchangeable with at number 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 4 is Monster House. I read that wrong. Number 4 is Monster House. Classic. Yeah. It's funny. That's it.
Super funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Insidious. Interchangeable with 2 is It. The most recent one. Not 2. I know there's an old It.
Yeah. The 2017, like the first part of the new series they put out.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Really good.
Yeah.
I didn't like the second one as much, just because I think it works better with the kids than with adults.
Yeah.
I think scared kids works better than scared adults.
Sure.
Scared kids, you feel bad for them. Scared adults, they look pathetic.
Yeah. Plus, like I think the novelty of the story and the concept of the movie gets kind of worn out by the time you get to the like adult years.
Yeah.
And that even goes for the really old one.
Yeah.
So
and then at number 1, it's not Halloweenish, but it is the scariest movie I've ever seen, and that's Sinister. Yeah, that one gave me nightmares for probably like a month. It was terrifying.
Spooky season.
Yeah. And
gotcha.
People would be like, "Oh, like what about the actual like horror Halloween films, like any of the Halloween movies or like Scream?"
Yeah.
I've only seen one Scream. It's one of the most recent ones. Never seen a Halloween movie. Never seen whatever the movie is with Jigsaw.
Saw.
Yeah. I've never seen an Annabelle. I think I've seen Conjuring. I don't know which one though.
Yeah.
Never seen Exorcist. Never seen any of those. So
fair enough.
Chucky. Yeah, none.
It limits you a little bit, doesn't it?
Right, a little bit. Maybe that's why it was a little harder for me too. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, you're pretty close on a couple of them. We've got a couple similar ones on our lists. Some honorable mentions that I will throw out. One is Insidious for me. It's a classic. I think as it's aged on me as a film, I wouldn't say it's a really, really good movie. I think they're underrated. I think there's more Halloween-like movies that are better, which is kind of why I limited this one. Also, the second Annabelle movie, it's called Annabelle Creation. It's like a prequel.
Yeah.
Super spooky movie. I saw that when I was like 17 or 18, kind of like felt like I was pretty desensitized to like scary movies. Like I would watch them and just be like, oh, it wasn't all that scary. There were so many jump scares in that movie that just got me like in the theater, like got me to jump.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy. It also just, there's the old like feeling of a scary movie that like bad stuff happens when it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Like when it's daytime, it's like, okay, it's kind of safe right now. You can let your guard down a little bit. No, Annabelle Creation just, it ruins you. You're like, wait, no, this can't happen. It's daytime. Stop. And it just gets you. It's still, it keeps going. Super good.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. And the other honorable mention I have is because it's not a movie, but it's the TV adaptation of the Scream series. So there's this TV show that's based off of the Scream movie series. and what I really like about the show is they basically take everything that makes like a slasher movie really interesting, and they combine it with everything that makes like a murder mystery, like detective kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like thriller where you have to kind of think about it, that kind of film. And they drag it out over seasons. So there's 3 seasons of it, and it's really interesting. The first one's obviously the best season, but I think it gets overlooked a lot. A lot of cool kind of suspense. So every episode is kind of getting more and more suspenseful.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to see that over like 7 or 8 episodes instead of like an hour and a half where it's just like bulldozes through, you know. But at number 5, Monster House. It's classic, it's iconic.
So good.
It still makes me laugh to this day. I think it's hilarious. Number 4 is Jordan Peele's Get Out. This one was the one that I mentioned that's kind of like, it's not super Halloween-y, but it's one of the best thinkers, or like, you know, you got to figure out what's going on. One of the most well-written scary movies, I'd say, as far as the plot goes.
Interesting.
So
that one's on
super
Netflix,
interesting.
right?
I think so.
Okay, that's one that I've heard is really good.
Yeah, it's a good one. We'll have to get you to watch it sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
I also have the 2017 It Part 1. I could see this one like not being super Halloween-y, but I think it happens around Halloween time, if I'm remembering correctly.
Something like that.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I like that it uses a lot of liberty with humor to kind of balance out the scariness of the movie, even though I don't really think it's all that scary of a movie.
Right.
But it kind of adds a lot of, you know, depth to the film itself, which is fun.
Right.
And then number 2 is the original Halloween film. It's one that I really like a lot. It's a classic. I generally watch it every Halloween just because it's like on TV or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun in terms of like, it's very classic. Like everything that you expect in a slasher movie, it's got that, you know what I mean? And it's a little predictable, but just like in a really classic way, because it was one of the OGs. So it's a lot of fun with that.
Has the new one came out yet?
I think one came out this most recent year, and then there was another one. There's been like 3 that have come out in the last 4 or 5 years.
Because I remember seeing trailers for like a new one, like on the subway or something like that.
I don't know if I know there's been 2. There's been at least 2 that have come out since 2018. There may be 3. I can't remember exactly. I haven't seen all of those newest ones. But yeah, so I really enjoy the original. Number 1, it is one of the very few movies that Quentin Tarantino called a perfect movie. Young Frankenstein, starring Gene Wilder.
I don't even know what that is.
It is the best Halloween movie of all time. It's a satire of like all the old scary movies.
Wow.
So it was made in I want to say in the 80s or 90s. I can't remember exactly. Point being, they had very modern stuff to film the movie, but it's all black and white. It's about this grandson of Dr. Frankenstein, who like creates Frankenstein's monster in Transylvania.
Yeah.
And he's basically like, you know, saying that he doesn't believe in his family's, you know, legacy. He, you know, all of that's like pseudoscience, fake stuff. He's like a very well-respected professor and doctor now. But then he goes back to Transylvania to like basically take care of his grandpa's estate when he passes. I believe it's his grandpa. It could be, I don't think it's his dad. Anyways, and ends up kind of following his work and becoming like Dr. Frankenstein.
Wow.
Super, super funny. The humor, it's not like a scary movie at all. It's totally a comedy. It's super, super funny. There's a lot of it that's like very intentionally cringy. But like in a funny way. My wife hates it. It's like the worst movie she's ever seen, but to me it's classic and it's hilarious. It's one of the few movies that no matter how many times I watch it, I'll probably laugh out loud when I see it.
Wow.
And it's also one of the few holiday themed movies that I will watch when it's Halloween time. I'll watch when it's Christmas time. I'll watch it in the
Wow.
summertime. I will watch it any time of the year. It is one of my favorites.
That's crazy.
Classic. Shout out to Gene Wilder. Rest in peace. Love that guy. And that's my list for best Halloween movies.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Before you have something you want to, a little segment you want us to do.
Yeah.
But before we get there, what do you rank Halloween as a holiday, just as a whole?
But I don't like Halloween.
You don't?
Not really, no.
What is it about it that you don't like?
I think so. I've come to learn that I really like finding out the origin to holidays, like where they actually come from, or like legends or whatever it may be. So there's a lot of lore behind Halloween that I think is super interesting. What I don't like about it is I think it's a great kid holiday. Or like for the parents too.
Yeah.
Anywhere in between being a child and being a parent shouldn't happen, because and this is just my personal opinion. There's a bunch of, women that choose, hey, I get to dress however I want. And by dress, I mean, basically not wear anything.
It lets people show their true colors.
Right.
We'll say
like that. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I feel like, I want to say like more vandalism. Like people can get away with it, which whatever, like people are probably going to do it somewhere else anyway, but there's a lot more of it, even if it is technically harmless.
Yeah. People use it as an excuse to do a lot of questionable stuff.
Right. Yeah. It's like,
I'll agree with that.
It's so stupid. And I don't know. Then you have people, especially of recent years, like putting crap in candy that like, could really screw somebody up. And I don't know. Like, now where I'm at right now, if I were to like go get my own bag of fun-sized candy, maybe some popcorn, throw on a movie, I'm cool.
That's my plan for Tuesday.
Yep, that's a great Halloween. That is hands down the best Halloween.
What's wrong with that? That's a 10 out of 10.
Exactly. Like if you want to go to a party, like cool, like
if that's your thing,
like a costume party, I'm cool with that. That part's fun. It's just, why do you feel the need you want to dress a certain way? Like, and I know like there are definitely guys that do it too, but it's like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Well, but I guess that's more, I just don't like people's personal choices.
I'll maybe overgeneralize what you're saying just a little bit to kind of agree with it to an extent. I think people use it as an excuse to do a lot of things they wouldn't normally do.
Right.
They're like, oh, it's just, a Halloween costume, or, it's Halloween, so we're going to go, do like vandalize something or do something questionable or whatever. Or they're like, oh, it's Halloween, so we're going to go scare the crap out of a bunch of like kids that like, that didn't ask for it. You know what I mean? Like we're going to go hide in the bushes and like scream at kids or something. Like you wouldn't do that normally. Like that's not like that's
just messed up.
Yeah, that's just messed up. Like that's my mom's always hated Halloween, and that's the reason behind it is when she was like 6 years old. She's like, these kids would just hide in bushes and just scare the crap out of us when we were trick-or-treating. So I've always hated it. So like I think people use it as an excuse to do a lot of stuff they wouldn't normally do, which I think is kind of lame.
I mean, so now like kind of like saying it.
Yeah.
I guess I just more so hate that portion. I just hate, why can't we just act normal always? Like I think it is a phenomenal kid holiday though.
Yeah.
I think it's phenomenal. Gets them going out with their friends. They get a buttload of candy. They get to dress up as whatever they want, but they do it because they're kids. I'd hope so. It's Spider-Man and Cinderella and a firefighter, like classic stuff. I love it. I love that that's what they get to go do. For you're married, you don't count. But somebody in my position, like if you go to like a costume party, like what I mean, you can go to that, I guess, but like what SUU did, phenomenal, especially because I mean they said no drinking, no drugs, like that's your scene, whatever.
Right.
I'm not for it, but like a lot of wholesome,
just fun time, like get together with a bunch of people.
That's what we're talking about. If that's what Halloween is, then it's probably third for me.
Okay, third holiday.
Yeah.
Okay,
third or fourth.
All right.
Yeah. It'd probably be interchangeable with St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a fun one.
Yeah,
but yeah, fair enough. What would you give it out of 10?
As a general holiday, I'd probably give it like a 7.
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
Like 7's a good spot.
Yeah, I really enjoy the concept of Halloween, and I guess just thinking about it on a smaller scale than kind of what you brought up. Just for me personally, like I'm not a big, crazy party guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my idea of a Halloween party is like getting together with cousins. We're gonna have some food, like some candy. Everybody bring your costume.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the extent of like Halloween party to me.
Right.
So like on that level, I really enjoy doing that. Like I really like, getting a costume together, thinking about like something that's kind of original, that's also like classic or whatever. I'm like a big believer in not just getting like a kit that's already like a costume made for you. Like I like making my own kind of costume, which makes it really fun. So like I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the idea of like candy and just kind of it's kind of the one day a year. Well, not the one day, but it's like the most normalized day for kids to just have way too much candy.
Right.
And I really use that as an excuse for me to have way too much candy.
Valid.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy the vibes, the fall weather. Scary movies are kind of fun. Haunted houses are kind of fun. And that's kind of what I get out of Halloween for the most part. And so on that level, I really enjoy it. But I do kind of agree with your grievances of like public wise on a big scale. Halloween gets used as an excuse to do a lot of unnecessary, questionable stuff.
Because it's like,
you said it. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
For me, I'd probably say an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10 because I really enjoy it. But I really enjoy it just because I'm not like out on the big scale. Like honestly, where we live, like nobody comes trick or treating to our house. So like I don't even like add that to the equation, though I think like trick or treating when I was a kid was really fun.
Right.
But yeah, just more on like a smaller scale. I think I enjoy it. A fair amount. So yeah, that's me.
Valid.
That's Halloween.
I like it.
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween. Now, I said I was gonna put you on the spot, which kind of gave away the part where I put you on the spot.
Well, I'm confused as to it though, so I'm on the edge of my seat. Not physically, but like mentally.
Yeah. So you, my friend, are phenomenal with movies.
Oh crap.
Right? You know movies like the back of your hand.
I try my best, but I'm nervous to agree.
I just want to see how well you'll do.
Okay.
I want you, and I'm on IMDb.
Okay.
IMDb.
Okay. I'll preface this by saying I still have not seen a lot of Halloween classics.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That is fine because
fair enough.
This list is probably not what you're going to expect, and that's what makes it fun.
Okay.
So, highest grossing
fetch.
horror movies.
Horror movies.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this, like I said, is IMDb.
Okay.
So there's a couple where I'm shocked that they even said it was horror.
A horror movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you only got to give me 10.
10.
Yeah.
I feel I remember that the 2017 It did really well. Is that one in there?
It is. It's number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Would they consider Joaquin Phoenix's Joker a horror movie?
No,
okay. I didn't know if it went that far.
Yeah.
And that movie did really well too. The Shining.
No.
Shining's not in there. Wow.
Shining is not on there.
Let's say,
and I'm gonna tell you right now, broaden horror.
Broaden my horror horizons.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Just don't think strictly horror, I guess.
Okay. Is it more is it Halloween style movies or just
horror?
Okay.
Because I tried to find Halloween stuff and it was stupid.
Okay. How about Get Out? Is Get Out in there? Jordan Peele?
Get Out is there. It is number 8.
Okay.
Got 2 on the list. 8 to go.
2 on the list. I feel like Jordan Peele's Us didn't do that well because I think it came out right around.
Us is number 9.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. So
Very cool.
3.
Let's complete the Jordan Peele trifecta. How did Nope do? Is Nope in it?
Nope is not in there.
Okay.
That was a stupid movie. I still hate that movie.
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring is not on there.
Okay. How about any of the Friday the 13th movies?
Nope.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me that much, actually. based on what we have in there, that doesn't surprise me.
Right.
I'm really surprised The Shining's not, though. That's crazy to me.
Yep.
Maybe it just didn't do that well in the
I'm gonna
box
tell you
office.
right now.
I'm not gonna get
You're not getting
some of these based
You're
on
not
my
getting
thought
number
process.
1, and you're not getting number 10.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. If you were to get number 1, I will give you $5.
$5?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's how confident I am that you will not get number 1.
Yeah, that makes me nervous. Let's see.
There's one that you said that there might be another movie to it. I'll give you that hint.
Might be another movie to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Think about
That's
what answers you've already given out.
Wait, like ones that I got right, that there might be another one? Okay. So I got Get Out, Us. What's the first one that did? It. Is there the second part of It?
It 2 is in there at number 5.
Didn't that come out like during COVID?
2019.
That's okay. So right before COVID.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it
got $211 million.
Okay, not bad. So I've got 4.
Yep.
4 of 10 so far.
Both the It's and Get Out and Us.
Okay. Let's go with, are any of the Annabelle movies in it?
No.
Okay, no Annabelle.
So I'll give you a hint. There's 2 movies on here that is from 2018 to current.
2018 to current. Oh
yeah.
Shoot.
Which is kind of a broad scale.
Yeah,
but
that's I haven't seen a lot of new horror movies though. That's crazy.
Another hint, this one of them is a thriller. More of a thriller than it is a horror movie.
Oh.
That's why I don't really enjoy this list, but
okay. More of a thriller.
This one, well, I guess drama. So it says it is a drama, horror, and sci-fi film.
Drama, horror, sci-fi. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna. Is this one of the newer ones?
This one came out in 2018.
2018.
You've definitely seen this movie.
I've definitely 100% this movie. Wow, that's.
I guarantee you've probably seen the second one too.
What?
I'm pretty sure you've seen the second one.
2018. This is so weird. I don't know. Is it? It's not the Halloween movie that came out then.
Nope.
Because that would just be horror.
I'll let you know. Halloween. No Halloween.
Yeah, I figured if Friday the 13th wasn't in there, that probably wasn't in there either. Man.
I'll give you one more hint.
Yeah, help me out here. This is crazy.
Don't make a sound.
Oh, A Quiet Place.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I have
Quiet
both
Place
of those.
is number 7. So you have 7, 8, 9, 2, and 5.
So that makes sense being on this list, but I'm definitely shocked that they did as well as they did at the box office.
Yeah.
I didn't realize on a grand scale they had done that well. That's cool.
188 mil.
So is only one of the Quiet Place? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, since you won't get the first one, I'll give you some more help.
Yeah, give me a hint with this one.
Marvel.
Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
the new Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
that's why I said that one's stupid.
First of all, I'm surprised that has done better than Get Out.
Everything.
And it
411 million.
I guess just because it's Marvel.
Yeah.
But okay.
And I mean, Multiverse of Madness.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess there's some kind of spooky-ish
Right.
stuff in there. Sure.
Number 3 is a movie I haven't seen,
Okay.
and you quoted this at the golf course.
Like, what is it?
Yes.
Oh, I Am Legend.
Yep.
I Am Legend.
Number 3.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll go Zombie again. Is 28 Days Later on there?
No, but you're heading in the right track with Zombie.
World War Z.
There you go.
Okay.
Number 6.
Okay.
So
how many more do I have?
Number 10.
Number 10.
And number 4.
Number
Number 4 is an old movie.
old
1973.
movie. 73. Nightmare on Elm Street?
No.
Scream?
No.
Okay. Is it a slasher movie?
No.
Okay.
I don't think
You
so.
don't think so? Is it The Exorcist?
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the classic one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4.
Wow. I didn't.
Number 10 is a cartoon.
I didn't realize that so many of these had done that well.
Right.
Number 10's a cartoon.
Yeah. Definitely kid movie. 100% kid movie.
Kid movie. Is it Monster House?
No.
Okay, it's not Monster House.
It came out in 2015.
20.
There, to my knowledge, there's 3 of them. The third one actually being 11.
Is it Despicable Me?
No. But
I don't know why.
You're on the right track. It is that kind of animation.
That kind of animation. What? Are these movies that I would have seen?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But you would know them.
I would know. Okay.
And you actually mentioned the place with your top 5 movies. You mentioned the place that they're at.
The place that they're at? Like where the movie takes place?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Your number 1 movie.
Oh, Hotel Transylvania?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not even a scary
Yeah.
movie a little bit. So
the next closest one where it's actually
yeah, that's a classic. I actually really like that movie a lot.
The second one?
The first one.
Yeah,
I really like
the first one. So it goes at number 10, it's the second one, and number 3 is at 11. And
wow.
I don't even see
the first one's always
number 15.
Okay.
Is where the first one is.
Wow.
But the next closest actual movie,
like horror movie.
Yeah, would be Quiet Place 2.
Okay.
And then following that at 13 would be Halloween.
Which Halloween movie is it?
2018.
2018. Okay.
Yeah. So,
cool. I mean,
you honestly did pretty well.
Yeah, those are some wild movies for sure. Like not what I would think of as horror movies for a lot of them, but like a lot of them that once you mention it, like A Quiet Place, like okay, I see that being a horror movie. Same with I Am Legend.
Right.
So,
but yeah, for especially that kind of a wide range of movies,
when you're going from Get Out to Hotel Transylvania, that's quite the range.
I think you got like 5 or 6 without much help. If
not
any.
bad, not bad. I'll take it.
Yeah, very, very good.
Well, I think that's all I have to say about Halloween.
Yeah.
I went halfway through the Blink-182 record and I said, we need to do something besides review this for this episode.
You mentioned it and I was like, please, anything but that.
Yeah.
Classic.
Well, I if you're listening to our Halloween episode, I think just enjoy a lot of candy. You know what I mean? Take a day for yourself. Like you and Jaden, maybe not together, but just get your candy, some popcorn, a movie,
even some friends, just
a friend or two, just watching a film. You know,
100%.
watch a good Halloween movie. Young Frankenstein or Get Out if you haven't seen them.
I'll probably watch Get Out. Yeah. Because I don't think I work Wednesday.
Okay.
So
you can watch a spooky movie.
I might watch a couple.
Yeah.
Really get into the spirit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, have a blessed and safe holiday to everybody out there.
Yeah, be safe.
If you're debating hiding in bushes and scaring trick-or-treaters,
don't do it.
You're canceled.
Don't be that person.
Yeah, don't be that guy. If you really want an excuse to scare kids, go work at Jaden's car wash. They're doing a scare wash where they hide in the car wash and scare you.
And because they signed up for it, we are allowed to make children.
It's kosher.
Yeah. It's allowed.
Kosher. Yeah.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah. If you are in Cedar City, pay a visit to
Tag and Go.
Tag and Go. I wanted to say Stop and Go, but I feel like that's a gas station.
Yeah, it probably is. Even not in Cedar, but they're you'll find it if you look them up.
Yeah.
There's a
Tag and Go, stop by, scare wash. Proceeds go to cancer survivors, cancer research.
I don't know.
Goes to proceeds benefit cancer community. We'll
Yes.
say. I don't know
Yeah,
exactly.
I
where it
don't
goes.
either. I don't even know the company we're going through. So
Yeah.
but
Well,
we're trying to help.
I still think I win the draft with the creaky door
No, I
sound.
had 2. I chose 2 things. You chose 1. Last word.
Last word is. What are you doing? Fred?